Hello and welcome back to the Wafer This podcast, everyone. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Maylee.
And we have a very special, awesome episode for you guys today.
Oh my god, I think you guys are gonna love it. It's really good.
And it's actually not clickbait.
That's the best part about it.
We're not clickbaiting.
It's not even clickbait. It's real, it's raw, it's genuine, it's the truth.
So I'm sure you've already read our clickbaity title. But again, I assure you, this actually happened. So, where do we start?
I guess at the beginning. I mean, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Chronological order.
Jumping right into the story, pretty much. First of all, I had gotten home from my Botox appointment. And I was about to, clean my room. It was, 5-ish?
I don't know. I think it was right when I got off of work.
Okay. So I think it was probably, around 5-ish, 5:30. I get a call from Nicole, and I was just cleaning my room, and she's like, "Hey, you busy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I gotta clean my room." But guess what? There was something much more important happening.
I was like, oh, that's fine. Do you want to know what I was calling you for, though?
And of course I said yes, because yes, I wanted to know.
Well, I was just calling you to see if you wanted to, go to the Joshua Bassett concert tonight.
Yeah, it's only $30. And I said yes. Of course I said yes.
Yeah, because I knew ahead of time that he was coming here soon. I didn't know when, but I also had looked at the tickets, just curious. I was just curious, and I did know that they weren't that expensive, and so since it was day of...
Yeah, it was day of.
I was like, oh, this is about to be, cheap. And I go and check, and we got tickets for $30.
$30.
And they weren't even bad.
The seats were low-key good. And it was, in the long run, completely worth it. It would have been worth it without anything else, because we had the time of our life. Yeah, it was only $30 a ticket. It was awesome. I got ready for, an hour, and then we were off to Joshua Bassett. We did vlog this experience as well. I still need to edit the vlog. There's a lot of footage. And I don't have a computer, so that's gonna be really fun.
Yay! But it'll eventually get edited and put together, and we will let you guys know where that will be uploaded.
Yes! Anyway, we got to the concert. Again, the seats, not even bad. To preface this, I have never listened to a Joshua Bassett song in my life. The only reason I know who he is because of Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo. Sorry, King. Just when that whole thing went down, that's how I learned who he was. I think I might have known him before, his face, but I don't know if I knew his name.
I knew him from High School, the musical, the series, but I don't know when that was, a thing. That was when we were in high school.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I remember getting really into it at one point, but, also just being in love with Joshua Bassett.
I'm surprised I wasn't, honestly. Seems right up my alley.
I was obsessed with him.
I think that's fair.
He was the shit.
I can imagine. Especially at that time in our lives. That would have been awesome. Should have been there.
Mm-hmm.
No, we went to the concert, we cosplayed as, huge fans.
It was so
fun.
We were super annoying.
We were so annoying. Oh my god. It was fine, because the only people who were there were, 13-year-olds.
Exactly. It's fine. We were annoying as fuck, but we were having the time of our lives.
We had so much fun.
We were screaming and jumping and dancing.
The vlog. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna love it. Because we've captured all of that. We made TikToks.
We got down.
We did. Nobody was dancing, which really, okay. First of all, I'm gonna hiccup. No, nobody was dancing, which is weird. Because, it's a concert. Dance.
I know, they were also boring.
I'm trying to think of, what happened in order.
He was quite the performer. He comes out, first song, what was he doing? He, jumped off of his, piano or something like that.
Yeah, right off the bat.
And But also, right off the bat, he was like, oh, I'm so out of breath.
He was so out of breath the whole time.
Every 5 minutes, this man was like,
he mentioned it.
I'm so out of breath.
I'm so out of breath. Or like, we could tell. Sorry, King. I have nothing against Joshua Bassett. I'll get into that more later. But, yeah, he was so out of breath, and it's fine. And he's like, I haven't performed in like a year. And we're, yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can tell.
Yeah, we can tell.
It was
It didn't seem to bother anyone else.
No, they were having a good time over there in that pit.
Yeah, pit got crazy. Oh, he did pull the girl up onto stage.
He did. He pulled up a little girl onto stage because she said it was her birthday, and then she got up there, and he's like, he asked her how old she's turning, and then she said that it wasn't her birthday. He's like, you lied to me.
It was so fun. I think her birthday was like earlier in the month, but
it was like at the beginning of the month, and this was the end of the month. You lied
to me, to this 12-year-old girl, which was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
They sang a song together though, so that was kind of sweet.
Also, speaking of the pit again, he did get, he was finna be in the pit.
Yeah, and he was.
He was in the pit. Like, he literally said, he's like, I'm gonna come down there and, like, be there. Like, I don't know what he said, but he gets into the pit, like, with, I don't know, I think one security guard, maybe two.
Yeah, there was...
But...
Not only that, not only the pit, but just, like, the crowd in general.
Yeah.
Like, the seats.
Dude, we thought that he was gonna come over to our section, which we were kind of far back, but I thought he was gonna, like, walk around the whole crowd.
Because he did to the other side, but he went, like, pretty much everywhere except for, like, our seats, and obviously, like, balcony. But, like, did not come near us. It was so... rude.
It's when he said I'm gonna come near you guys, and then I thought he was going to, but
maybe security was like,
Well, also, I guess it would have taken a while, but yeah, literally, our whole section,
he's gonna get jumped.
Everyone started,
moved.
like, moving over into the aisle, like, ready to jump him.
They were ready.
We were, too.
Yeah, we also were. Genuinely, I was so excited, like, when he, like, when I thought he was going to come over to our section, I was like, yes. I was so excited.
Me too.
But he didn't, because Joshua Bassett hates us. Just kidding.
He called us broke.
He did, pretty much. It was rude. Everyone else got to go get close. I guess it was worth it in the long run. But it's fine.
Yeah, we're just a little bit salty. It's okay.
Only a little bit.
But... He did a fun little dance, his little circles dance.
Circles dance.
Circles. You
can't see it, but it's like a little...
It's like a little lasso.
A lasso moment.
What else? He did jump off that piano multiple times. Like,
he did. It was
his favorite move.
And then, like, right after, he'd be like... like, heavily breathing into the mic. Again... he's doing better probably than I could.
Oh, yeah, but it's just, I fear,
I don't know.
Why don't you, like, hop on the treadmill for, like, a month before you have your tour?
Do a little breath training. I figured you, like, practice before you...
I know, it's like...
I don't know.
He very clearly didn't for very long. Although, I think, I, like, was just going into, like, a little rabbit hole, I think, last night. But I'm pretty sure he, like, got COVID one time, like, a couple years back, and it was, like, very, like, severe. Like, he had a 30% chance of living.
Oh my god.
So maybe...
It's a miracle we saw him.
Maybe that impacts it as well.
I did not know that.
I, like, just connected the dots right now. I'm like, maybe he, like...
Ooh, sorry.
Has, like,
Joshua
breath
Bassett.
issues now.
That makes... Oh, no.
I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure
that makes sense. Sorry, Joshua Bassett.
That's crazy. Yeah. But...
Never mind, you did great.
I don't know, he was very much, like, telling us all the time how out of breath he was and how he hasn't done tour in a year.
Done this in a year.
We were the first show of the tour.
Yeah, we did not know that until, because we were, like, right before they start playing, they always have, like, songs that they, like, the, like, pre-show songs. And usually there's, like, one song that, like, everyone knows, and that's, like, the right before they start, like, performing song. And I thought, I was like, why is nobody, like, know the song? It's because nobody knew the set list. Nobody knew anything. We were the first show, so makes sense.
We can tell.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just like, you don't think, oh, I'm going on tour for a while, like, soon. Like, let me start getting in shape. Let me do some breath training. Let me get used to this. Like, let me...
Running around and singing. Because
he was running around and jumping around.
Dancing, running. It's a very hard thing to do all at once.
It is, but...
It's your job. He did great, though. He surprised me. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to expect, but he did good. Good for him.
I only knew a few words in a few of his songs, but it was good. There were a couple songs where we were, like, kind of shook. We're
like, yeah, he kind of ate down a few songs, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't know anything, but now I know a few lyrics of a few songs that have stuck in my head from that day.
Exactly.
Respect.
Oh my gosh. What was I gonna say? Booyah!
Booyah!
Booyah! That's his thing.
That's it. Yeah, everyone knows that. That's Joshua Bassett's thing.
Exactly.
Booyah.
He only said it once, but he did say that.
But it was really funny when he did. He like not let it go.
What was it, like the end of his song or something, and he was like, Booyah!
Yeah. It was so... I don't know, he just kind of pulled it out of nowhere.
He did make a noise. At one other point, we did record this, and it will be in the vlog, but he was like, ah! Or something like that. Do you remember that?
No.
He's like, no, it was like,
I do remember, yeah. Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
That.
I'll have to turn that down. He also, I had a feeling that he was going to do this, and I was telling you that he was going to do this, but he did start preaching at some point.
He did preach. He did preach to us. Hey, you called that.
I did.
And
I knew it.
Oh, thank you, Joshua Bassett, for preaching to us.
He's a very godly man.
He is.
Although he says ass in one of his songs quite a few times, and that makes me upset.
Yeah, that's not canceled.
He's literally so canceled.
Canceled.
It's
Joshua
crazy.
Bassett doing ungodly things. Like saying, I won't say it because I'd never. But it starts with A and it ends with 2 S's.
But yeah, the concert, phenomenal. I think both needed to use the restroom at some point, but we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
It was just so...
We refused. I didn't want to miss a thing.
We were so encapsulated,
we were.
if that's the right word.
I fear it is. I fear so.
Yeah.
We gave him he gave us his all, and we gave him our all.
It was funny, though, when the 13-year-olds behind us, because it was the entire row behind us, they started standing on their chairs, I think, because we were too tall.
Yeah, I don't think they could see over us, because we were too tall. But it's, hey, you know, should have got better seats, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should have... Like, you're just mad you didn't get the $30 Joshua Bassett tickets.
No, because I tweeted about it, and someone commented on, like, my tweet and was like, I paid $80 in pre-sale for tickets, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Sucks to be you.
Paid $30 day of.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
The entire row in front of us was also completely empty.
Yeah, there was rows in between rows that were completely empty, and I don't know... Also, the sides of the stadium were, like, closed off. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, the very corners were closed off. So, A, I don't know if Joshua Bassett just didn't sell enough tickets, or
I think that's it.
They just did that on purpose so they wouldn't oversell, but...
No,
yeah.
Sorry, Joshy, but...
Sorry, Joshy Poo.
But definitely also the fact that we were able to get $30 tickets.
Day of? Like, an hour before. Like, 2.5 hours before the show, and we were like, yeah, we can go.
Yeah. Sorry, Joshy, but you were definitely not selling out that tour. But, but, you know, maybe eventually. And also, I still want that shirt with his arms on it. Like, I like his arms.
He has great arms. That shirt was, if it was not $40, even if it was like
cop.
$30, I would have bought it probably.
Same.
But I can't
40's just a big number to me.
Yeah, 40 is the big number for a white t-shirt with Joshua Bassett's arms. I told you, we can make that shirt.
That's true.
We'll make them. I will make those shirts for us. I want to make it.
I want his arms.
And that's why we went. Just kidding, he was wearing a long sleeve.
I know.
It was
so
sheer,
upsetting.
though. But he had a tank top on underneath. And little sparkly pants.
His little sparkly jeans.
Little sparkly jeans and like a sheer button-up with like a white feeder underneath.
He was fun.
He was feeling it.
He put on several cowboy hats throughout the show.
He did.
He went down into the crowd more than once, also, I have to say.
He was, like, very good at, like, entertaining the crowd. Like, I know that's his job, but, like, he has a very good... I'll give it to him. He has good stage presence. What? No, he was involved.
He really was.
Except for our section, of course.
Yeah, he just neglects the most important people at his show.
He didn't even, like, know about, like, the podcast. But if he, like, knew about the podcast, I'm sure things would be different. Yeah, I'm sure he would have... He would have asked us for a picture.
The thing is, I just think that he's just not as online as a lot of people, and that's, like, the only reason why he's just not aware of the podcast, because if he was, then he would have known, and he would have just, like, started bawling at the sight of us. And
yeah, to know that we were attending his show.
I know, and he didn't even say, like, oh, I'm so honored to, like, meet you guys. Yeah. Like,
kind what of rude.
That? Like, do you think you're above us or something?
Got passionate. Yeah, what? Hey, Joshua Bassett, let's talk about that.
But
we should have confronted him.
But yeah, the concert, awesome, amazing, great time. After it ended,
we were walking out, and there was a girl with a set list, and so some security guard gave her the set list, and was like, Joshua Bassett took her marker and signed someone else's thing, and then gave it to someone else, or gave it back to that girl. So the girl didn't get anything, but it was like her thing or something that was what she wanted signed. So the security guard gave her a set list instead. And I was like, oh my god, can I, like, take a picture of your set list?
She just wanted to go Twitter viral.
I did. I wanted to go Twitter viral. So I posted it on Twitter. And it worked. People loved it. Sorry, I got a text. But that was, hey, kind of glad I did it, because as we were walking out, I was like, oh my god, we should, like, wait by the buses. And so we did.
My thing always was with that, like, I've always wanted to do that, but for some reason in my head I always thought, like, oh, like, the security won't let you do that.
You can't actually wait by the buses.
I've obviously seen videos and, like, pictures of people doing that. I'm just, like, to me, in my head, I'm like, but they wouldn't let us, though.
They wouldn't actually let us.
But no, they let us.
Not only did we went over to one side of the fence, and the security guard was like, hey, by the way, they never come over to this side, so you should, like, go to the other side to meet them. And I was like, okay. So we did.
Sounds good.
We went to the other side.
We waited, I think, about an hour.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes to an hour. We were out there for a minute.
Yeah, it was really hot, because, again, we live in Arizona. It was,
I was wearing a sweater as well.
I know,
it had
I don't
holes
know why
in
you did that.
I didn't assume I'd be waiting by buses for Joshua Bassett that night. But if I would have known, it was hot. But we did it, and...
Yeah, so we got there, and, there was, like, a lot of people, like, waiting on the other side of the street. There was people, like, crowded in, like, one side, like, near, like, the barricade, but, apparently, like, they had already said, like, nobody else is allowed over there because it's gonna get too crowded.
It's also, like, it was a road. Like, a road that people are driving on actively. Not a lot of people, because it was, like, later at night. But there was cars. And they were just trying not to make sure, like, teen girls got hit by a car, which is, like, so understandable and nice of them. However, we're waiting for Joshua Bassett.
Like, you don't understand.
You don't.
But we just waited, like, on the sidewalk for a while. I went TikTok live. Maylee was vlogging.
I vlogged.
It was great.
It was really good. We talked to some Joshua Bassett real fangirls.
It was, oh my god, I kind of felt bad at some points, because we were like...
I don't think I told anyone that I wasn't actually a fan.
Oh, no, because
I did not want to have to go through that. Like, these people, like, girls had notebooks and markers getting ready for him to, like, write down lyrics for them to get tattooed. Like, these are fans. Nothing wrong with tattooing lyrics. I have a lyric tattooed on me from Harry Styles. That's not what I was saying. But these are, like, fans.
I know, it just felt so interesting. It's because they all assumed, like, they never quizzed us.
Questioned us, no.
No, it's not like, oh, what's his birthday? You know, like...
What's his blood type?
They just assumed that we were also, like, on the same level, even
which
though...
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Also...
They were all really nice.
They were. I wish I got there's a few girls I wish I got the Instagrams of, because I was like, I fear we're actually best friends now. Being a fangirl, I am a diehard fangirl. Like, it's in my blood. Maybe not for Joshua Bassett, but, like, other people. I just said I have a Harry Styles lyric tattooed. Like, I get it. So it was really fun to be, like, actually in, like, a fangirl element like that. I don't know. It was
fun.
So fun, and I miss it.
And it was just something that it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this every time now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm also excited.
This is the second time we've gone to, like, a concert and together and met one of the artists who have played, which is so funny. How do we do it? We just do.
Yeah, it's the second concert we've, like, gone to together, and...
we met the artist again.
We'll have to talk about that more in, like, another episode, but we do have a bit of a story regarding the other concert, but...
that's for another day.
But yeah, it was so crazy, so good, like, it was so fun. We immediately, we knew to wait, and then once they, like, started, like, they let us go near,
they closed off barricade. The road.
They let us go near it before they closed off the road, but they, like, let us go over there, so we were all up against that fence.
We got, like, right to the fence. We were, like, some of the first people over there.
Yup. And then they closed off the road, so it was perfect. We were just vibing. I kind of felt bad because I was, like, definitely cutting off a couple of, like, fans, but also I was gonna do it either way. Like...
I know, there was a few, like, diehard fans, like, behind me. Okay, just right behind me, though. Like,
yeah.
The girl was also tall. She could see over me very easily. And
to be fair, we did get there first.
We did. Sorry. And personally speaking, I was genuinely so excited. Like, I was, like, shaking at one point. Like,
She was so anxious.
Excited.
Like, she was actually tweaking over this man.
It was crazy.
I don't know how, but I remained, like, so composed.
You
like,
did.
I was so calm. Like, to me, like, in my head, I was just like, oh, this is just a guy. Like, I didn't really, like, I wasn't processing it, and I also didn't really...
I don't understand why I was processing it so much, because, again, never listened to his music. First time I ever listened to his music was that night, and I was, like, losing my mind over it. I was, like, genuinely tweaking. So excited.
Well, usually I'm the same way. Like, I am very, like, we're both celebrity, like, obsessed, but, like,
You get the fangirl.
Yeah, if someone is, like, saying that there's a famous person across the street, I don't give a fuck if I know who they are. I'm going to go get their... I'm gonna go get their signature.
I'm gonna be there.
I don't care. Like, I'm gonna do it, and then I'll find out who they are later. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to meet celebrities. Like, I started... Dude, the thing is that... I don't know why I was so calm. I literally used to be obsessed with Joshua Bassett. Like, I was
you were
in
the one
love
who
with him.
Like, loved him.
I knew a couple of his songs. Like, I was in love with this man. But, like, I remember being very, like, oh
obsessed.
My god, I need him so badly, you know, like, it was crazy. But the thing is, I never really, like, got into his stuff, like, that much to be, like, really considered, like, a fangirl.
Mm-hmm. But
also, I don't know why I was so calm. I don't know why.
I'm kind of glad you were, so we both weren't, like, tweaking, losing our minds over it. So, like, someone was there to, like...
Because even, like, I don't know. I usually get really anxious about things, but not a single nerve in my body.
Anxious.
Like, I felt so calm, so collected.
Anxious in a good, like, in an excited way. Not, like, anxious like this is the scariest thing I've ever done. Anxious in, like, this is exciting and fun, and I'm like...
I know, but I'm usually the same way. That's why it's so weird. Like, dude, I started, like... I swear... I freaked out more when I passed by Tara Yummy on the freeway.
Which is so funny.
Then when I literally met Joshua Bassett and got something signed by him. Like, I literally, like, I interacted with him. We just drove past Tara Yummy on the freeway, and I started, like, freaking out. I'm not even that into her. Like, I don't watch her videos or anything. I was just like, oh my god, that's Tara Yummy!
That's so funny.
She was on her phone also, so canceled. She was driving, and she was on her phone.
Tara! Miss Girl. I know nothing about Tara Yummy.
Dude, I was so upset I didn't get a picture because, like, we passed by her so fast. I was like, oh.
So funny.
That's Tara Yummy.
Damn. But it's okay, because you met Joshua Bassett.
Yeah. Anyways, back to that.
Back to meeting him. No, it was... We stood out there for a good hour, but once we were, like, up against the fence, I feel like that's the long part. That was the long haul. That was, like, where it took, like, we were up against that fence with, like, a bunch of other girls for, like, the better half of an hour of the hour that we waited.
Okay, also, when we were, like, waiting there to meet our Pookie Joshua, we met 2 other Pookies.
2 other little boyfriends along the way.
Oh my god. Okay. We were, like, waiting there, you know, we were wondering how long it was gonna take, whatever, but, oh my god, one of these security guards, he was, like, fine.
So fine. Oh my god. Like,
he was...
probably one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen.
He was really... He was short, but he was beautiful, and so I don't...
Did you notice his eyes were, like, green, too?
They were, like, yummy.
Green.
Sorry, not to objectify the man, but...
He's a security guard, though. We can objectify.
Also, he was very aware. Kidding. He was aware.
Oh, he was flirting a storm up with... Okay, the women he was flirting with they looked of age. I will give him that. These were not 13-year-olds waiting at the thing.
No,
like the people waiting were definitely more of age. But no, he was also flirting with the other security guards. So, he knew. Bro knew. And you had a solid conversation with him, too.
I did, yeah. Yeah. He was talking to some other people, and then I started asking him questions. I was like, so how long do you think we're going to be out here? He was like, oh, I don't really know. They don't really tell us anything. It really depends on the artist. Some artists will, they'll come out, like, immediately, right after the show, or we could be here till 1 a.m. And so I was like, okay. But,
they also couldn't even, like, he was telling us, like, sometimes they don't even, like, meet the fans. They just get straight into the bus, too.
Yeah, they, like, dash for it. But I assume those are, like, the bigger artists. Yeah. But also, like, Joshua, like, the way that he was, like, interacting with fans, like, on stage and everything, like, I could tell that he was gonna...
There was an inkling that he was gonna definitely, like, talk to the fans and interact.
Like, he was very... He definitely, loves his fans. Like, he very much...
Oh, for sure. There's not, like, he's definitely appreciative of what he has, like, fan base-wise, because he was so nice to everyone.
He was definitely
like, on stage and off. But, no, he was... Like I said, interacted with his fans very well. You could tell he genuinely cared.
He was, like, making an effort to, like, make sure to, like... He was doing a lot of fan interaction during the show, and when he did come out, he was getting to as many people as he could, but he did seem very tired, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was really nice, too. But
he was.
Anyways, the security guard, back to my mans. That's what was really there to see.
Yeah. Honestly.
But, oh my god. He was so fine, and, you know, I started talking to him about that. I was like, oh, like, what artists, like, what was your favorite artist that you've seen, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, you know, like, I feel like you probably wouldn't know, because it's, like, smaller, like, you know, like, hardcore stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then he's like, but, like, someone that you guys would probably know, Post Malone. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then
he also said Mac Miller, too, which was...
crazy.
That's crazy. I love Mac Miller, but I was not expecting that, because he went from, like... I think he also mentioned, Pink Floyd, cover band, which is really funny.
He said that because I asked what his, like, if he's had any, like, rude celebrity interactions, and then he was like, Not really, like, directly to me, but then he said that they were, like, kind of assholes.
So funny. But no, he was... you were chatting up a little storm with him.
I was, and then I was asking him about his tattoos. Like, you know, I was just...
Men love to talk about them tattoos.
Oh, yeah. Like,
you hit him with 2 very good points, like, favorite artists, and then, like, tattoos. Men love that.
He definitely did.
Oh, for sure.
I should have asked for his number. I don't know why I didn't. But also, I was like, but if he says no, like, he's also on the clock, but...
That's so funny. I didn't even think about it. I was like, he is working right now.
Before that, also, another funny security guard thing, when we were, like, still waiting across the street, and, like, you know, they weren't letting us, like, go across where the barricade was, because the street was still open, there was, like, one security guard, and he was, like, an older guy, and he was yelling at people, like, when they would go up to there, but he was the only security guard I saw really yelling at people, but when he finally, like, was, like, leaving, he had a Minion plushie in his arm.
He, like, walked away, like, cradling a Minion plushie, which is so... Why? Where did it come from? Why does he have it? He was holding it so gently and nicely, like, in his little arm. It was so funny.
We'll have to show a picture of that, but,
It will be featured in the vlog.
Yes, and I'll probably also just put it on our Instagram, but, oh my gosh, guys, this was such an amazing experience. It was so funny, so good, so everything. Now you take it away with your man.
Okay. Well, first of all, the first time we saw this, the second, my boyfriend, BF of the night, he came out and was looking for, like, an Uber Eats thing, or, like, a DoorDash, for, Chick-fil-A, which is so...
Yeah, Joshua Bassett, DoorDash, Chick-fil-A, you heard it from here first, like, no idea what he got, but he DoorDashed some Chick-fil-A.
DoorDashed some Chick-fil-A.
The way that we were literally waiting outside for him for an hour...
while he was inside eating Chick-fil-A.
It's just so funny. Like, I'd do the same thing. Like, get your energy up, Pookie, but, like...
Do what you gotta do.
So funny.
Anyway, that was the first time we witnessed this...
Beautiful!
Like, beautiful blonde, like, surfer...
He was perfect.
Like, skater boy,
oh
like...
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Dude,
we'll have to post the picture
gorgeous.
on our Instagram, on the Wafer This Instagram. He was a gorgeous man. Anyway, the rest of the story we have to, like, go through, like, Joshua Bassett, and then I'll get to it, because, like, that's how it went in order.
But that man, I'm telling you right now.
So gorgeous.
He was so beautiful.
And I fear he did want me. Actually,
he did.
Legit.
He literally did.
I fear he did.
The thing is, both of our boyfriends did want us, and that's why we have our respective boyfriends. However, you know, it just sucks that we were just ripped apart, you know, star-crossed lovers, I guess.
And that's the thing, is, like, I couldn't even ask for this guy's number, because, like, he's the photographer for Joshua Bassett, and he also just watched me sit and wait to meet Joshua Bassett. Yeah. So it wasn't like I couldn't be like, oh my god, what's your number? Because, I'm sure he gets that a lot. Like, if y'all saw him, y'all would know. Like, ooh. But second of all, like, you did just witness everything that went down. Anyway, we'll get into meeting Joshua Bassett so I can finish that story.
He was so nice, too, though.
He was so kind.
My boyfriend was, too. He was a really nice guy. And
he was getting waters for people?
Mm-hmm.
The security guard? Oh.
He was so nice.
Okay,
he
our
was
boyfriends are so kind.
Thing is, I was just like, you know, first of all, he's working. Second of all, it's like, I am just here being a fangirl right now. Like, this is not the most, I don't know.
Yeah. I fear, however, if he would have
understood.
Oh, he would have. I feel like if the one dude wasn't a photographer, I totally would have done it. If he was just, like, a security guard as well, I would have been like, yeah, because...
I know, I fumbled.
Me and fangirl is the most raw element of me. That's like, true. Me to my core.
That really is.
That would have made sense, but if he, like, he just had connections, and I didn't, to Joshua Bassett, and I didn't want him to think...
That you're being creepy.
Yeah, because, hey, I should have told him, I've never listened to a song in my life. I don't know who that guy is.
I think that would have made it worse.
It would have so definitely.
That would have been like, okay, this girl is fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
She's like, really, she wants to like clip Joshua Bassett's hair. Like, she's doing anything she can.
Anyway, the guy who took the food bin Joshua Bassett ate. Joshua Bassett then appears into the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also the opener was out there first. He came out. Thomas Day, I think his name was.
Mm-hmm.
Very good looking guy. I know none of his stuff. He was very, very kind.
We did get there late. We didn't see him.
Yeah, we just screamed across the street at him. Not like in a bad way. Like we waved to him and
like,
he was
yeah.
and he was like, "Hi, oh my god." So, he was pretty nice. A bunch of people went over to meet him, and that's when we went over to the other barricade. And then probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, Joshua Bassett appears.
Oh, yeah. In his little sweatsuit.
Yeah, he had like a little sweatshirt, sweatpant moment going on.
Hoodie up.
Hoodie up. Bold choice.
Bold choice in Arizona.
Yeah, like I was.
It was
wearing
like
a
over
sweater
100
and
degrees.
Shorts, and I was sweating my balls off. I can't imagine how he felt.
I wanted to ask him. I was like, dude, like, how are you doing that? You're not even from here.
Yeah, no. He's from California, if I remember correctly. Oceanside. Googled it. Yeah, he went down he was so kind to everyone, though. Like, he was trying to get to, like, everyone he could. Mm-hmm. And he got to a lot of people. We sat waiting. Both of our phones were nearly dead. I think your phone was at, what, like 2%?
Yeah.
And my phone was at 6%.
We were struggling.
But we did what we had to do.
Just, we weren't prepared because we didn't go into this expecting to meet Joshua Bassett.
Joshua Bassett, anyway. Yeah, we waited down. He went down the whole line of people. He was signing stuff, talking, blah, blah, blah. So fun. And then it was our turn.
Alright, so Mr. Joshua Bassett arrives towards us. He's next to us. He's signing, like, something for this girl next to me. And before he came up, I was, like, looking, like, through my bag. I was, like, trying to find something. I was like, well, I want him to sign something for me. But, I also don't have a marker, but whatever. So the girls next to us, they were getting something signed. And while he's still holding the marker, I was like, can you sign my Minecraft Dungeons card? He was so amused.
He was so excited.
He thought it was so funny.
I have majority of it on video, too.
But he was, like, flabbergasted.
He loved it. He couldn't ask for anything better, I feared.
Like, the head recoiled and everything. He was just like, what?
He thought it was the funniest thing ever. And it was, so.
But also, see, I just love making an impression on celebrities. This is my second time.
Forget that. Because then, like, he was, like, talking to us, which I was a little nervous because I was like, how do you talk to a celebrity?
Especially one that we don't know anything about.
But he was making conversation. He was talking about his Discord.
That's, for some reason, my first instinct when he said that, because he told me, he's like, did I say on the Discord that I wanted to, like, make a Minecraft podcast? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, both of us were like, huh?
I don't know.
Fans.
See, the thing is, when he said that, my first instinct was like, why do you assume that I'm on his Discord? But then I realized later that
we're waiting by his bus.
You know, we probably should have been on his Discord if we're waiting by his bus for an hour.
Yeah. He had good reason to assume we would know if he said that on Discord or not. Or if we're even on his Discord. Which we are now.
Took his advice, got on the Discord. But, you know.
Because, okay, so I had my phone up, and, like, there was a few people behind us talking to him as well, like, being like, oh, like, she's recording, like, it's on record. And I was like, yeah, it's on record. And he, like, points to my phone, and he's like, that's not recording. And I was like, this is when I accidentally screamed in Joshua Bassett's face.
It wasn't that bad. When you watch the video,
when you watch it back,
yeah, you're not really screaming.
You can tell there's passion behind my words, though.
Yeah.
You can see the excitement in me, which
I think
is
you
hilarious.
screamed at him again another time, though.
I don't think I got the video of me quite screaming in his face, but this is the build-up to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did he say? He's like, it's not recording. And I was like, it's a screen recording.
And he called her sneaky. He said, sneaky!
I'm a sneaky girl. And
I look so stupid in that video. Like, I literally, while you were interacting with him, I was just whipping my head back and forth because I was just so, like, I didn't know what was happening, and I was, like, in shock, kind of.
I don't even remember it, if I'm being honest. Like, this happens a lot when I go to concerts. I tend to just black out or where really exciting things happen. I don't remember them at all. And I don't remember really meeting him that much. I try to visualize it in my head, and I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. But right as he's in my face, I remember nothing, which is so funny. But at the end of the video, there's me asking for a picture, like, 5 times. It's so embarrassing.
Because he was just trying to move down the line, and also, to be fair,
we had the video, and he signed your thing.
Like, he had already gotten to us, but we were just being greedy because we wanted to get a picture with him for the podcast.
It was for you guys. We wanted to do this for you.
But Josh was being an op.
Yeah. A hater, once again. I fear dinner is ready.
Yay! We'll be back!
Bye.
We are back from eating.
Yes! Little delicious dinner moment. It was so good. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Anyway, back to Joshua Bassett. Pretty much not that he didn't want to take a picture.
He didn't. He hated us. He wanted to spit in our faces.
He actually hates the podcast too. He told us that.
He told us that we're stupid and it's pointless and we're not going anywhere with it.
Thanks a lot, Joshua Bassett. Crushed our dreams
and spit in our face. No, okay, guys, he didn't do that. First of
of
all, I'm gonna get sued. Second of all, let's not spread lies about this man. Poor guy.
He was just trying to move down the line and make sure everyone could get a picture, and I get that. And we had the video, and he signed the Minecraft dungeon card, so
we got a lot already. He was really nice.
Anyway, after that, he, like, kept going down the line, and I just kind of stood back, and I was like, no, it's, like, fine, it's, like, alright. And then I look up, and then there's my boyfriend standing right in front of me. Honestly, he was just staring at me till
well, he made a sad face because we were talking about, you're like, oh, he didn't get a picture with us. And so the guy, like, he looked like he felt bad for us.
And so, like, I just, like, looked up at him, and I was like, do you want to take a picture with me? And he said, yeah. He, like, looked so excited that I had asked him, and he was like, yeah! And so we took a picture together, and so I have a picture with my boyfriend, and it was really awesome. It was so sweet. Shout out to him. I don't remember his name.
Tanner?
Okay.
Something like that.
I was going to say Tucker. I think it's Tanner.
Think so. I think it's Tanner.
So, Joshua Bassett's photographer, Tanner. Hey.
He's so beautiful.
If you want that picture, send, you know my Insta.
Melee J on Instagram.
Yeah, Melee J on Instagram.
MELEJAYY.
And yeah, just hit me up and I'll send you the pic, no prob. Yeah, it was awesome. Then I think we stood there for a bit longer, just like taking it all in.
Yeah.
We took some photos of like us like standing there with Joshua Bassett in like the distant background.
We needed something for content.
We did.
And you can't even tell that it's him because he's wearing his stupid hood.
Yeah, his hood's up.
But whatever, you know,
fine.
it's whatever. He just hates us. He just doesn't want us to have vlog content or podcast content.
Yeah, he just hates the pod.
But it's fine.
But it was okay, at this point both of our phones, my phone's at 1%. I think your phone's completely dead by this point.
Yeah.
And we were standing there and we were about to leave, and this security guard, different security guard than the ones we've mentioned previously, walks up ever so nonchalantly with like a paper folded between his fingers. I remember this so vividly. Mm-hmm. And he just nonchalantly like
slips it in your hand.
Slips it into my hand, and I look down and it's a set list. It's a set list, guys. And I don't know, I was just like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Dude, the security guards there were so nice, so kind, so good. Like, they were really nice.
Really, really nice. Except for that one dude who yelled, but he also just didn't want teen girls to get hit by a car.
Yeah, no, he was still valid, even though he was an op, but he was valid.
A valid op. I understand.
But everyone else, they were, like, so nice.
They were so kind. Anyway, so now I have a set list. I can't leave without getting this set list signed. And at this point, there's like maybe 10, 15 people left talking to Joshua Bassett. He's moved like all the way down the line at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's like barely any people left. And he's talking to these two girls. And he's about to walk down the line a little further. And I step in. I like kind of like not even tried to nonchalantly like run up to the fence. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but can you please sign this? He told me I was forgiven.
He's like, I forgive you.
And
Perfect.
then he looks up at me, he's like, what song, like, what's your favorite off the set list? Like, what should I sign? Which one do you want me to sign next to? And I was like, no, please, like, you choose. Because I don't know any of his songs. I know nothing.
Let's be real, I would have been like, lie. The one that I know.
I know nothing. I couldn't even, in that moment, I was also a little starstruck. A little like, oh my god. And so I, like, stood there, and I was like, and I know this was a joke, and he said it jokingly, but I will never stop thinking of him being like, no, please, take your time. Gagged. Oh my god! And I was like, and I just pointed to one. And he was like, really? I was gonna take that off the set list. Nobody likes that song.
And then he, like, turns to the other people. He's like, did you guys like that song? And then Maylee was like, yeah, we loved it!
We loved it! I was like, the girls were like, oh my god, no, that's my favorite. I was like, yeah, I love it.
We were all like, yes, we love that. It was great. I think I was joining into it. I was like, yeah, it was great.
So bad.
But right before this interaction, also, I had interacted with my Pookie Bay again. I asked him for water. He said he was out. And then I was just like, whatever, forget you. And then I started interacting with your Pookie Bay.
That's fair. That's valid.
I was like, I like your shirt. He's like, oh yeah. I said to someone else that I was gonna give her this shirt. I have 2 of them. So, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what is that? Okay, get him.
And he said something about it being sweaty, though, and I was just thinking, like, okay,
because he was just, like, trailing around behind Joshua Bassett, like, collecting things that, like, fans were giving Joshua.
And being beautiful and perfect.
And being, yeah, the most gorgeous man to ever exist. Anyway, yeah, so that, I lied to Joshua Bassett's face, and I told him my I don't even remember what the song was. The set list is on my fangirl shelf, though. It's sitting over there, folded in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably frame it, and sell it on eBay for thousands. Just kidding. I wonder, I'll go on eBay and figure out how much they sell for. I'm not selling it because that's memories, and I'm also, like, a proud owner.
I'd love to keep things like that. It's just so awesome.
I do feel, okay, listen. I do feel a little bad that I, like, quote, stole from, like, a fan. Also, at that point, all the fans were gone. There's only, like, 10 girls left. And the security guard chose me. I don't know why, but he chose me. And then my phone died, and then we were like, we gotta go.
Well, also, we were lingering, and we were clearly trailing behind Joshua Bassett.
Oh, just a little.
So yeah. But that's awesome. It was
the security
amazing.
Guard was probably like, wow, these fans are chill and nonchalant while also being a little crazy, trailing behind him.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked. So guys, that's what you have to do to get set lists. And then just beg.
I think he was just gonna hand it to whoever was right there, to be honest, but...
And it happened to be me.
Glad it was you.
And I'm so proud to be that girl.
Joshy.
Joshua Bassett. We've successfully yapped for 50 minutes about Joshua Bassett.
There's just so much. Also, I manifested this whole thing.
So much manifestation happened here.
First of all, okay, like a week before, I swear to God, I had a dream. Where I was at a Joshua Bassett concert with I was with Kai, and we were like on the floor. There were chairs that we were sitting in, but like we were floor. Mm-hmm. So we were like a couple rows back. And he was like, this dream is so okay. He was like pointing the mic at like the crowd, like when they would like, you know, get a little crazy, like, you know, you sing, whatever.
You sing.
But basically he was waiting for someone to get really hype, and I don't know, I in this dream was just deciding to be a crazy Joshua Bassett fangirl because I thought it was funny. And
Similar
so
to how we were at the actual concert.
it's exactly. And so I was like, I kind of like nudged Kai, and I was like kind of laughing, and then I like started like screaming. I was like, oh my god, Joshua, I love you so much. And then he like pointed the mic at me, but tell me why this man was singing, I can barely breathe when you are near.
It's so...
But
I wish I could see it in, like, the way, like... Because I have a visual of it, but I want to witness it in the way you did.
It's...
In, like, dream form.
The thing is, okay, so he was singing it, and then he pointed the mic, and so I also, like, I lifted up my phone to, like, record, but I didn't, like, record fast enough, so I got, like, a 9-second clip, but but it's just me screaming, like, into the mic, like, I can barely breathe when you are near.
It's so funny. I just wish it was real. I wish it happened like that.
I know. It was perfect and amazing, but that was foreshadowing, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
And also, again, the manifestation when I was, like...
In the car, like, making jokes about, like, meeting Joshua Bassett.
I was like, we're gonna meet Joshua Bassett. That's gonna be our clickbaity title. It's not clickbait anymore.
It's literally not. Guys, sorry.
It's real.
Guys, it's not clickbait. We met him.
It's true and real, and I'm so glad that we, first of all, have evidence.
Yeah, that and the set list. When I posted the set list on Twitter, like, because I pretended like it was mine, and I was like, guys, look, oh my god. Then I got a set list and got it signed. I don't know. We're really powerful manifestors. Because that's crazy. That's crazy.
I know. We're predicting things. We're making things happen. You know, everything is just going right. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be. I feel like I'm going to jinx things. Knock on wood. But, you know, that was awesome. That was an really amazing experience.
I'm so glad we met Joshua Bassett, like, genuinely.
I know, that was, like...
It was so fun, it was so good. He's a really kind guy, too.
He was so nice. I felt bad because he, like, seemed really tired.
He did.
But he was so nice.
Like I said, he went through, like, everyone, too. He talked to, like, every fan, which was... He didn't have to do that, but he did, and that's really kind. And I wish I got some of those girls' Instagrams because they were super nice, and I want to be their friends. However, maybe they'd know that I'm not a real Joshua Bassett fan then, and that would have...
Yeah.
Starting a friendship off of lies. Rough.
La.
That's how it would have felt.
But, you know, maybe we are fans now, kind of. But...
I've been thinking about it a lot, like, and I fear I'll never let this go.
I don't know why I was so nonchalant about it.
Oh, when I fell into him!
What? Yeah, you didn't... I didn't know about this until after.
Okay, so when the girls in front of us, or, like, after us, were getting their, like, pictures and all that taken with Joshua Bassett, I didn't want to be in their picture, so I was trying to lean out of their photo, and the girls behind me were also leaning, so they leaned onto me, and so I just kind of fell into him and, like, gently, like, lightly, like, groped his back.
Was this before or after he didn't want to take a picture with us?
After, because he was taking pictures with the girls in front of us, not us. So, but I did, and I felt really bad. I have the video of it. Like, I don't know if you can see my hand, but you can hear me being like, "Oop, I don't want to fall into you," as I'm up against his back.
Sorry, I don't want to fall into you or anything, but, like, would you catch me?
No, literally, I was like, I don't want to fall into you, hand full on his back. I was like, I also was falling over a barricade, so I had no choice.
No, but, like, if I had the opportunity, I would have indulged a little, you know, like,
and
give him a little, like...
Like, I don't know, I'll have to see if you can see it in the video, because you can hear me being like, oh, I'm so sorry. I did not take advantage of Joshua Bassett.
Just his back.
Just his back. He wasn't sweaty either, which was nice.
He was also wearing a thick sweater, though, so maybe you wouldn't be able to tell.
I just pushed his sweat into him.
Ew. Ugh. You're getting nasty with it.
Sorry, nasty. Joshua Bassett. I didn't want to fall.
We love you, Joshua Bassett.
I think you're a really kind guy. Thank you so much for...
This was the experience of a lifetime.
I fear so. And now, I'm going to wait at the bus of every concert that I possibly can.
Me too. And I also can't wait until a few years from now when we're famous and we meet Joshua Bassett again and he's our fan.
Our fan. He comes to our live podcast and he's waits by our bus.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen,
we don't
guys.
take a picture with him. Kidding.
We're like, no, we remember you. We remember the way you acted towards us.
You.
Just kidding. Guys, again, he was
Fans.
lovely. He was super nice. He was amazing to all of his fans.
He was.
He was amazing to us, even though we weren't fans, but...
He didn't know that. No, really kind guy. Oops. I can't recommend meeting him more. If you get the chance to say hi to Joshua Bassett, do it! He was really kind.
Most likely will say
Miss
hi
him.
to you and
Miss
sign
you,
your
Josh.
Minecraft Dungeons
People
card.
call him Josh.
I don't know, I keep calling him Joshy because I think it's fun.
I think Joshy's funny.
Joshy Bassy.
Oh, I hate that. Physical reaction.
That's so nasty. That's so gross.
I need to refrain from, like, a gag.
I might have to cut that out. That was so ugly.
Joshy poo.
Oh, gross.
Anyway.
The Ew, what the fuck? Ugh.
Having too much fun with it. I've told everyone I can about this. I've told my grandparents. I've told my parents. I've told friends.
I don't think I've really told anyone except for Kai.
I have told my grandparents and, like, Francis and my parents. So, that's not all the people I've seen since then, so.
Oh, I did tell my mom and my sister. I was bragging to my sister.
I did brag to my brother. It meant nothing to him. But I was like, I met Joshua Bassett.
I think it did mean a little bit to my sister. Not enough, because she doesn't care that much, but I think she also...
I know deep down they're all jealous. Deep
They
down
are.
inside, they're fighting demons that aren't meeting Joshua Bassett.
No, literally, I think your brother is secretly the fangirl.
Oh, I just know. So, shout out Joshua Bassett. Shout out photographer guy possibly named Tanner. And shout out security guard guy.
His name... Oh, fuck. What was his... He said his last name, but I don't remember his first name, and I don't remember his last name either.
I don't either.
He never told us his first name.
His last name was Italian, though, even though he's not Italian.
It was like Guido. If you are a
I
security
thought he
guard...
was just calling himself a Guido.
I don't know. I couldn't really hear him very well.
Ooh, I didn't mean to make that sound. I just thought he was referring to himself as a Guido, because he was like a short Italian guy, but he's not Italian.
That's probably it then. I thought that he said that right after saying, like, oh, my last name's Italian, but I couldn't really hear because he wasn't talking to me.
He wasn't talking to us at this point.
We were just listening in to his beautiful voice.
He was pretty awesome. I'll think of him for the rest of my life.
I'll think of him until I see him again, and then I'll think of him more.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out them.
Yes.
Shout out our boyfriends and little Joshy Poo.
Every time I turn back and she's making like a little face, like I'm scared of you, Maylee.
I think that's valid.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed.
We had so much fun recapping the most monumental moment of our lives. This is bigger than our weddings. This is bigger than everything that's ever gonna happen to us. Nothing will ever compare to meeting Joshua Bassett.
Exactly.
So, thank you for listening to us talk about it for an hour.
And again, the vlog will come out sometime.
Eventually.
Look out for that.
I'm gonna have to edit it. I have to do it all on my phone. So, it's kind of hard, but I'll do it because I love you.
Yay!
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 Alrighty.
Bye, guys!
Bye-bye!